Hi guys, it's Faith from RadicalTransformationProject.com. I missed morning coffee talk. I missed it. So my schedule's weird this week, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about what's been going on. I've had a really tough week last week. If you guys get my emails, you kind of know what's going on. If you don't, you can go look at my personal Facebook if you're interested. But I've had a really tough kind of personal time lately. And I kind of was debriefing it. Anytime I go through a struggle where it's like things are really hard and I'm processing, I always know and I always tell myself that struggle is just me going to the next level. It's just my life expanding, right? Growth can be really painful and really hard. And so that's why, when you look back at your life, the situations that have changed you the most, that make you who you are the difficult times, right? The hard times, because the hard times of our lives that are uncomfortable is growth, right? So I always tell myself this emotional discomfort that I'm feeling is actually growth, and there's nothing wrong with it, and it's okay, and it's safe for me to feel this way, and all these things. So I was walking through that, and I was sitting down with my journal, just kind of processing everything that's been happening and everything that's been going on. And to be honest with you guys, like all last week, I was so emotional and I was so stressed out, and I was turning to food, right? I was just eating to try to numb my feelings and to try to numb out. I was eating to go to sleep. I would just eat a ton of food and just kind of pass out in this sugar food coma, right? I was eating a lot of things that were really unhealthy and really bad. I felt gross, and I still feel kind of gross, right, from eating that way last week. And the thing I want to say about this is sometimes we don't walk through our journey the way that we wish that we would, right? I wish that I was strong enough to go through this situation with grace and poise, and I could come on here and tell you guys, I don't know, that things went great and that I'm learning lessons and that I'm, sticking to my exercise and sticking to my healthy eating and doing all the things, but that's not the truth. But the important thing isn't doing it perfect. The important thing is the stories you tell yourself after you mess up. Because the truth is, we're always striving for more, right? We're always wanting different things out of life. And so you're always going to want things to be a little different or to be a little better, right? I wish I was a little stronger. I wish I was a little better. I wish I didn't have this habit. But those things don't mean anything about you and who you are as a person, right? We all make mistakes. And so the thing that can make it hard is and I started to do this, I had to stop myself, right? And I used to do this a lot. When we start telling ourselves stories that this means I'm a bad person, that this means I'm a screw up, I can't believe I did that, I'm never going to be able to get it right, every time I try I fail, right? When we start telling stories about what the mistake means, that's when it can get just completely out of control. And I've been down this road, I'm sure a lot of us have, where it's you do one mistake and then the next thing you know, it's all the wheels are off and it's all your good habits are out the window. And I just want to encourage you, if you're like me and you're walking through a tough time, right? I know a lot of people in this group are going through hard times. I see your guys' posts, right? If you're walking through a hard time and you don't handle it with as much grace as you wish you would, or you don't handle a situation the way you wish you would, right? If you do something that you think is a mistake, if you screw up, give yourself grace and don't tell yourself stories about what that means, right? It doesn't mean anything about you as a person. It doesn't mean that you're a screw up. It doesn't mean, that you can't do anything right. It doesn't mean any of those things. Those are just stories that we tell ourselves, right? So it's not really about the mistake. It's what meaning are you giving that mistake? What story are you telling yourself that means about you, right? It doesn't necessarily mean anything about you, really, other than I'm having a bad week and I kind of screwed up a little bit with my eating, right? And that mentality allows me to move forward, right? And to start stepping back into the version of myself that I do want to be, right? The truth is I'm always trying to step into this next level version of myself, that exercises every day and eats healthy and does all these things and has excellent care and that feels positive and good all the time, so I can bring that energy to you guys. But the truth is sometimes I screw up and I'm always trying to rise up, but as I'm doing that, it's sometimes I slip back, right? And then I have to rise back up. And that's how my mental health journey has always felt to me. It's always felt kind of like a up and down kind of situation. And I just would encourage you, if you're in the part where it's you were rising up and then you slip back down, there's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong. It doesn't mean anything about you as a person. It doesn't mean anything about your life, right? Those are just stories that you're telling yourself. Those are just narratives. Nothing in life inherently means anything. You give it the meaning. It's like you get to decide what it means. So I just wanted to give that thought to you guys in case it helps you. It's been really helping me. You know, all the things that I share with you guys are things that I use that are helping me, and I don't like claim to have all of the answers by any stretch of the imagination, but I've worked with a lot of really great people that have really helped me, and I try to just share the information and the things that I've learned with you guys the best I can. So I hope it helps you. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm gonna try and do a coffee chat tomorrow. So if you guys want, my schedule is weird, but I think tomorrow I'll be able to do it. So tomorrow morning there should be like a mental health chit chat, coffee chat in the morning. So, okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.